second fatty. Some more of this coffee. Talking about. All right, so I've been doing a little more research. Story left off. Interesting development. Or this was on a tirade. Properly. That's all. How is this story fucking? Turns out, guy, assume it's his girl, took this girl out into the woods behind school, got her all fucked and out again, which she chose to partake in, and then proceeded to actually assault her. Snapchat. On her own Snapchat, mind you. Phone to Snapchat shit out. That's how her friend, Sydney, ordered the shit. Prosecute. Just want to remind everybody to teach men not to rape bitches. Maybe how to deal with diversity and psychopaths. And psychopaths have no gender. Anything. Psycho. That's why we teach our girls themselves against psychos and this girl assaulted female psycho rapist along with her. We're now both. That's just. Anybody who's found this channel, fuck Viacom, change the channel. As a subscriber. Now. Know that I got a little bit of a bone to pick with the big entertainment industry. See, these people, companies like Viacom, like Sony is these big corporate fucking media companies, okay? Forgot my headset. Alright, I don't know if anybody heard, so I just want to recap. I fucking hate that I have to use this microphone, first of all. That pisses me off. But just to recap, the girl who was raped in the woods was raped by a guy and a girl. So let's teach our girls self-fucking defense, because it's not men we need to teach to stop raping people. It's fucking people we need to teach to protect themselves from psychopaths and rapists, because those are still a thing in reality. Now, moving on. Anybody who's come to this channel because of fuck Viacom, let's change the channel over at the old Smoke to Think On channel, or who is a returning subscriber, thanks again for you guys coming on over, and our new subscriber yesterday, thank you. Like, subscribe, and share, folks. Help spread the message and the word. Get out of this garage. Anyway. Anybody who's familiar with that situation knows that I've got a particular bone to pick against the big corporate media. Because big corporate media, companies like Sony and Viacom and other fucking conglomerates owned by Rupert Murdoch, make literally billions of dollars every year. They rake in fucking billions. It's fucking retarded the amount of money that gets pulled in by these people. I mean, and you go to the movies, you pay your $8.50 to fucking see the movie, and then you pay your fucking $18.50 for a soda and a popcorn. I work at a restaurant, and I fucking have seen the numbers, okay? Soda costs less than 10 cents for one of them gigantic cups. Less than 10 cents for one of them gigantic fucking cups to produce. They sell that shit for $8. Millions and millions and millions, up to the billions of dollars in this entertainment industry. And they come down on people like me using robots to digitally fuck our channel, right? And that pisses me off. But then it brings up the issue of piracy. Now, piracy has been rampant in the last 15 almost 20 years with the advent of high speed internet and the intelligence level of our fucking basic population going up. Uh, Not for the majority, but I'm saying like the smart people in the small portion of smart people in our population have gotten smarter. Not that there's gotten more smart people. I don't want to imply that because that's obviously not true. But the smart people have gotten smarter. Because of that, piracy has been fucking huge. It's weird, but hasn't really affected the movie industry. I mean, I know that they tell you that it has because their yachts are more expensive to fill with gas now, right? Because they don't make as much in profits. But they're still giving fucking Angelina Jolie $30 million a fucking picture. You know what I'm saying? They're still getting their $8.50 a fucking movie ticket. They're still getting their $19 and fucking 30 cents for popcorn and a fucking soda. They're not hurting because let me tell you, the people who are pirating, as a former pirate myself, are broke. The reason we're going online to steal that movie is because the alternative is waiting 7, 8 months for it to come out on VHS or DVD or Blu-ray or now streaming and paying less money to see it. Because when the movie comes out, I don't always have 30 fucking dollars to go to the movie theater and enjoy it. But I might have $6 to go to the fucking gas station, buy a thing at Orville's Redenbacher, and fucking a fucking soda. You know what I'm saying? A 20 ouncer. I go home, I fucking pop on the movie, and I check it out. And I'll watch my movie. But you know what I was never going to do, ever, regardless of the opportunity to see the movie still? I was never going to pay. I was never going to go to the fucking movie theater and see that movie. Never. That's the majority of people indulging in piracy. The other are youth. Kids who don't have jobs, they don't have money, they're fucking not old enough to go see the goddamn movie. These are dollars that the fucking movie company was never going to see under any circumstance. Making piracy really not a fucking problem for the movie industry. But the potential of it being a problem. I should rephrase that, at least not in America. I guess they probably do lose money in other nations like in China and Taiwan and Korea where they download the movie and they mass produce it on fucking discs and then go out into the street and sell it. They probably do lose money there, and I guess in that respect, okay, touche. But here in the fucking States, you ain't losing money, Viacom. Now, what brings all of this up is as I was cruising down through the news, I came across an article called The Colossal Screw-Ups That Got Kick-Ass Torrents Owner Busted. Now, I waited until we came, online to check this out. But, kick-ass... torrent shit. I don't know the URL off the top of my head, so. Let's see here. Yep. They have seized the domain, it looks like. Nothing to be done about that. It's a shame, but it is what it is. Fed seize kick-ass torrents domain. Arrest alleged owner. What was the fucking URL? I forget. Holy shit. Straight up criminal complaint. Holy shit. There's a bank account. Over $100 billion in pirated files. This is where it gets to be fucking bullshit. This is where they're gonna fucking ass rape the shit out of this guy, Tim. who got busted because he used his fucking Apple account on the same computer as he did do his fucking Kick-Ass Torrents Facebook account. Poor guy got no OPSEC. We'll get into that another day. It's another conversation for stoners. Operational security. It's something that those of us who grew up smoking weed in states where it was illegal and you went to fucking jail for a joint, and I mean fucking jail. Like, they fucking put you in cuffs, took your joint, and hauled you to jail. Some people still live in those kinds of states, and y'all know what I'm talking about. Operational security is fucking important. Tim didn't have any. Here's bullshit, man. They're gonna call this $100 billion in, or I'm sorry, not 100, $1 billion in pirated files. I'm dyslexic, folks. You gotta forgive me when I'm reading shit. I can fucking put the B and the O of billion became 100, and then billion read just fine. It's the way my eyes work. It's fucked up. I can't do much about it. So anyway, fucking Kick-Ass Torrents owner is gonna be charged with over $1 billion in pirated files distributing. Now, the amount of money, right, that the files distributed is worth is going to directly affect his sentencing. He didn't distribute over $1 billion in fucking pirated files. He built a framework for other assholes to distribute probably closer to like $600 million in pirated files, but they're going to fucking rank that up as high as they can. They'll include the popcorn fee and the fucking soda fees and the fucking... I'm sure it's only a matter of time before you got to pay $0.25 to flush the fucking toilet. That'll lead to some disgusting bathrooms. Anyway, it's bullshit. $1 billion in pirated files. I just don't fucking believe that. Ballin is charged with running today's most visited illegal file sharing website, responsible for unlawfully distributing well over $1 billion of copyrighted materials. And you know what? All this has done has made an opportunity, an opening for a community to go to a new platform. So one of the little tiny torrent sites is about to become fucking huge. Like Bernie Sanders, huge, friggin' huge, fucking big. Because that's what happens to illegal marketplaces on the internet, including the free ones like torrenting sites that operate on ad revenue, and usually unscrupulous ad revenue. They get a lot of loot from porno ads. But they make a shitload of money, and people get to watch and enjoy the material and the media that they want to without having to pay a fuckload of money to an overzealous corporation that fucks over people like me. And doesn't even know I exist, BT Dubs. Viacom has fucked our previous YouTube channel. Doesn't even know it exists. They've never seen the Where My Water Park video, which is on Daily Motion now. You can check that out. I'll leave the description and the link. Oh, no, wait. You know what? It's my video. I can show it to you right now. Oh, no, I can't, because we're streaming live on YouTube. I forgot. And there's a fucking thing in there. But anyway, it's at Daily Motion. Smoke to Think On. You can check us out over there as well. Because that's where we're going to be backing up all of our channel, because we apparently need to do that. Anyway, they're fucking this guy named Tim over because he ran Kick-Ass Torrents. The domains are expected to be seized soon by VeriSign, huh? Well, let's check it out and see what happens, huh? I didn't realize that. AT.TV. Shit. Be careful, folks. Be fucking careful. The feds not only have used this particular tactic in the past, but have been given the legal precedent to do so when they shut down the kiddie porn sites on the dark web. They left those kiddie sites operating for a few weeks with backdoors in JavaScript that revealed people's true identities. So don't be surprised if these kick-ass torrent fucking domains are still up, because they're currently being loaded with a bunch of malware and spyware to determine your identity and to later prosecute you for downloading fucking illegal shit off of kick-ass torrents. So if you're going to do it, I suggest going through one of them, what do you call it? VPNs, virtual private network. Make sure it's one that you pay for and one that you use Bitcoin on. Because if you don't, you very well could find yourself with a letter or a fucking couple of law enforcement agents at your door serving you with subpoenas to show up in court and be fucking tried for criminal theft. Because they did that shit to people with Napster. It's happened in the past. Don't forget. Anyway, I just think it's interesting that they go through as much hard work and energy as they do over piracy when, I mean, Jesus Christ, dude, they fucking spend so much money. Just, I mean, people spend so much money at the movie theaters. Just so much. Oh, I just got tweet updates. Donald Trump's making fun of Ted Cruz again because he got booed off stage. Isn't that fucking shit funny, too? Ted Cruz, Satan-looking Ken doll, fucking goes, nah, I'm not going to endorse Trump. I'm just going to make my run in 2020. Like, he doesn't realize he's got to go up against Kanye West. I fucking pray. I pray to God that that's real. I fucking pray to God. God, hear me now. Please let Kanye West run in 2020. Because the only plausible way to make more a mockery of this illusion of choice that we're given every 4 years in the most expensive production of American Idol would be Kanye fucking West as an actual frontrunner. But he'd have to be for like the the BLM party, you know? He's like, man, I'm for the Black Lives Matter party. Fuck Kanye West, dude. What a piece of shit. I'm disappointed that the guy who ran Kick-Ass Torrents got shut down, but I commend those of you in this community of piracy that is going to take its place, because that's what happened to the Dread Pirate Roberts. They fucking arrested Ross Ulbricht, shut down the Silk Road, and like 15 other fucking darknet markets popped up, and people were like, we fucking love buying drugs on the internet, we're not gonna stop. You can't stop it, man. People love their piracy. People love fucking... The only possible way you can put an end to piracy is as if you can fucking find a way to physically keep people from filming the shit at work. Because let's be fair, most of today's pirates, the actual guys in the movie theater with the camera, gotta be fucking working there. Shit's clearly on a fucking tripod. Got to be sitting there right next to the projector, filming right out the fucking window. Only explanation for half of the good fucking quality rips. And if I'm wrong and you guys are just wizards out there in the piracy world, I fucking commend you, man. And thank God, because let me tell you, like when I first saw Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within, I was a big Final Fantasy fan as a kid. Still am. It's a good game. I was super jazzed because the movie, although not directly related to any of the games, I felt captured the spirit of the philosophical side of the Final Fantasy games. Final Fantasy games are very philosophical, very introspective, they're very deep, right? The reason that they're so popular is because they produce stimulating thought within the brain of the player. And the movie did that as well. It produced this, for Americans, the idea of the Gaian philosophy, the idea of a living Earth with a spirit of the Earth, and other Earths, other planets out there having their own spirits and things like that is very cool. And at that time in my life, it was a time where I was reading about things just like that. And the movie seemed to, in a visual way, the story kind of solidify in some way a philosophical path I was on with this nature idea. Because of that, I saw the movie in theaters 3 times. And that summer, I was broke. And I had no money. I was visiting my dad, like I would do every year, go and visit my pops. And I wanted to watch that fucking movie. Excuse me. I'm pretty sure the statute of limitations is up, so I can tell you, I downloaded the fuck out of that movie, and I watched it every day, sometimes twice a day. Now, maybe that's a little obsessive. I don't know. Maybe you don't think it was that good of a movie. That's okay. You're entitled to your opinion, although it's wrong. No jackbooted thugs will come in the night, take you away for being wrong. I say that a lot. It's true. You can be wrong, but you should know. That movie was fucking awesome. Anyway, I watched that flick a bunch of times, and I would not have been able to produce some of the things that I wrote during that time. I wouldn't have come up with some of the ideas, my own philosophies during that time had I not had that access to the film. I was like 14, 15 maybe when that movie came out. There's no possible way. My parents weren't rich. There's no way that I could have afforded to go and see that movie that many times. Thank God for piracy and the internet. Now, this was all before any real efforts had been made, to shut down piracy by the government. It was all like Metallica suing Napster and shit. It's all civil bullshit. But the point remains. Piracy directly influenced my life in a positive way. And it's not like I took anything from fucking Square Enix or from Sony Pictures or Square Visual Studios or whatever the fuck it was called. In fact, I actually gave them money. So when I see things like this guy at Kick-Ass Torrents, it bums me out. Because here's somebody who sacrificed for a philosophy that used to be a founding philosophy of the internet, which is the freedom of information. Information cannot be sequestered, it cannot be contained, it cannot be held back, it can only be spread, and it can only be shared freely. That's what the internet used to be about. Now the internet's about advertisement. It's now about databasing fucking the human experience. It's about Google AIs and fucking Facebooks, Twitters, and how Google can influence elections. Ended, fuckers. That shit was in House of Cards. People don't understand how fucking entertainment works. I do. If you stick with us here at Smoke to Think On, you will also. If you're just tuning in, this is Smoke to Think On. We're live. We're getting high. We're drinking coffee and enjoying life. Talking about how piracy is positive and how information shouldn't be held back. It should be free and shared freely, and it is. And it can't be contained. It is, in a way, its own entity, its own force and its own drive for autonomy and freedom. And every time they try and shut it down, every time they try and sequester it, it pops back up. We had peer-to-peer file sharing with Napster and LimeWire. They shut down Napster. LimeWire became the most popular file sharing tool on the internet. And then people realized that direct peer-to-peer file sharing allowed the movie studios and law enforcement to track who you were and send you fucking letters saying, hey, knock that shit off. And so torrenting became the next big thing because that was more difficult. Soon they learned to create their own poisoned seeds in the torrent communities and to track people just the same. They did, but it took them a while. The technology changed. And the more you do this, the more people will turn to things like Tor and Freenet and the Darknet. I mean, fuck, Pirate Bay is still rocking and rolling on Tor. You can still fucking track and download all your fucking torrents on there. Still rocking and rolling. Kick-Ass Torrents, still up and running. Now that may be a honeypot to trap users and to try and make an example out of users, because they do that. They like to do that. It's what they do when they fucking put fake prostitutes on the street and pull fucking poor lonely douchebags with $100 over and fuck their lives up. It's all for revenue anyway. Folks, I'm just saying, piracy ain't a bad thing, and I'm happy to let you know that even though they've shut down kick-ass torrents ostensibly, it's it will only have its place filled with another. Oh yeah, Mike Pence did a speech. He was all like, "Trump's the shit, man. Fuck Clinton," and they all went, "Woo!" Oh, poor Ted Cruz is gonna fucking learn a lesson here. Or it's gonna work. One of two things will happen. See, either Cruz is brilliant or he's fucking retarded. This is either the greatest ploy for the 2020, or it's gonna fucking flop in his face. And I'll tell you how. The Republican Party, like the Democratic Party, is shattered. It is currently lying on the floor of democracy, reflecting back to the faces of its constituency, a sad and broken self. That's what's happened. Both parties. Now Trump, his goal here, his plan is to unify. That was Bernie's plan. Let's unify. Clinton was like, "Fuck it, I'm sealing the election. You can all go to hell, and if you don't like it, I'll just have someone kill you and look like a suicide." So we'll ignore Hillary for right now. Now, Ted Cruz is either a dipshit and should just play along with the party line because there's no future otherwise, or he could be making a run for a independent party game in 2020 in which he's going to try and unify the shambles, the remnants of the conservatives into a new party, which could work. And frankly, he should do that because someone should. These parties are fucking politically corrupt machines that are designed to fuck the constituency and favor only the oligarchical and dynastic fucking corporocratic world rulers that we have. So he should do that. He probably won't, though, and he's probably just going to fail miserably in 2020 and run under the Republican Party and may or may not get the deal, but we all know Kanye West is going to run, so I'm looking forward to that. That is going to be a media extravaganza. Much smoke and think will occur for that. Anyway, maybe that's what's up with Ted Cruz, maybe not, but that's my prediction. Ted Cruz is either a fucking genius or the biggest fucking idiot that the Republican Party's seen since Donald Trump. Bondi and Scott bash Clinton, tout Trump, because they have to. Trump is now official Republican nominee. He's been for about 3 months. Get real. Fox not following typical script on sex harassment case. Well, that's interesting. At least the Chicago Tribune's admitting, or not, shouldn't say admitting, but pointing out that Fox follows typical script, because that's important. I don't know what's going on with Chairman Roger Ailes. Oh, I see. This is what Alex Jones was talking about the other day. I guess I got to do some more research on that. I don't know. This is either got fired or had to resign because he was accused of sexual harassment. Who knows if it's true or not. At this point, they could just be culling, fucking thinning the herd, or they could be, legitimate charges and what's the term I'm looking for? Repercussions. I don't know. GM's 2Q earnings set record straight. Outlook raised. U.S. jobless claims hit 3-month low. Yeah, factory activity weakens. Here's the thing. Jobless claims. I wish that they would fucking get smarter, and they do it on purpose because it's not about being smart. It's about showing problems, then look, we solved the problems. Here's a problem, look, we solved the problem. Aren't we great? Look, we solved the problem, aren't we great? So they say the economy is terrible. And then look at all these people that are fucking unemployment numbers. These are all people that are receiving unemployment benefits. When your benefits stop, or if you don't get to have them because like your boss was a douchebag, so you just said, fuck you, buddy, I'm out of here. You don't get unemployment. Those people are not counted. Okay? Okay, if you got fucking fired in 2008 because your boss couldn't afford to keep you or not keep the store, had to make a tough choice, and you haven't been able to get a job in fucking 3 years, and your unemployment ran out 7 or 8 months ago, you're not being fucking counted. You have suddenly become, look, the problem's solved. That's what your part of the statistics have become. You are now taken out of the look at all the poor people that are on unemployment and can't get jobs, how bad the economy is, to you're no longer on that list. Look, the economy is great. Jobless claims hit 3 month low. At least the fucking Reuters has the decency to remind everybody that it's jobless claims because the people that aren't claiming aren't counted. The economy is not doing great. And let me promise you that because waiters and waitresses know your tips directly relate to the economy. When the economy is good, people are more giving. They give more tips. When the economy is bad, they sequester their money. They go out less. They ask me how much a fucking soda costs. $2, by the way. Not quite as bad as the fucking movie theaters, but still pretty atrocious. The economy is not doing great. The economy is not at a 3 month fucking low. The economy is doing just as it's been for the last fucking few years. Pretty much shitty. Tesla's talk slips after Elon Musk reveals his plan, which must have been something to the effect of philanthropy and giving back to the people, because that seems to be Musk's fucking MO. And that's probably not real awesome for investors. They probably don't dig that, so... Tinder expands outside of dating with new group feature, Tinder Social. Yeah, that's because Tinder fucking sucks. It's an obnoxious fucking, consistent, constant aggravation. It always wants you to pay them more and more money. And the worst fucking part about Tinder and most dating apps is they don't actually serve as social platforms. They serve as digital fucking reminders to ego-driven little girls that people still think they're pretty. People aren't actually interested in true communication via Tinder. You have two types of people. I like cock, I want to fuck. That's both guys and girls. Or there's the I'm a fucking ego-driven, vapid little cunt, both men and women, who just wants to be reminded and validated digitally. It's a digital pat on the back. Look, you're still pretty. Good for you. Bloop. That's Tinder in a nutshell. I think all of that shit's crap. We ought to fucking get back to going out into public and asking like, "Hi, what's your name?" Because at least then you're having some kind of real interaction and you're not just validating somebody and then letting them completely reject you. Or, even worse, not reject you, use you as a novelty for an experience in a moment, and then never fucking speak to you again. Because that's what Tinder is. Now, I don't know about the other dating apps. Some of them may be better than others. I don't know. But my personal experience with Tinder has been it's literally a tool to either phone random strangers to fulfill your inner emptiness, right? Because that seems to be what people do. Or it's a fucking digital validation tool. I'm still pretty. Go me. Go me. Fuck you. Fuck Tinder, dude. I got rid of all that shit. I used to do the Tinder thing. I lived in Chicago when Tinder first came out, back before, like everybody was like, well, why isn't there a Tinder for straight people or a Grinder for straight people? What the fuck? And then Tinder was like, oh, we'll fucking be your Grinder for straight people, no big deal. Anyway, Tinder is fucking trash, dude. Just do yourselves a favor and log right off. Moto Z Force review, got new phones coming out. Ed Snowden designed an iPhone attachment that detects unwanted radio transmissions. That's cool. Wonder how to reverse engineer that shit for Android. I'm not real big into the Apple. I think Apple's kind of shitty. 5 things you missed in Michelle Obama's carpool karaoke. Does anybody else have a problem with the fact that our presidents literally are reality TV stars? I mean, Bill Clinton went on MTV once, twice during a campaign, but he didn't, put down diplomatic relations to go on fucking Jay Leno. What is going on with these people? What the fuck is going on? Divergent stars expected to opt out as finale shifts to TV. Sources say the studio will reconfigure the project, dubbed as Ascendant, as a TV movie and position it for a spin-off series. Oh my goodness, you know what that means, folks? I don't know if that's good news or not, but that means that people are not fucking that interested in the little girl saves us all from fucking Orwellian utopia, dystopia. We're just done with it, folks. We're done with it. After 2 movies and a fucking goddamn 4 Hunger Games for jack-off's sake, I just want to say to shout out to whatever fucking movie theaters or movie studios producing that shit and say, thanks. I changed my mind. I do know. It is a good thing. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to have a great day. You're not told enough in this world that you're loved, so I'll tell you now that I love you. Like and subscribe and share this shit with your friends. Take it easy, folks. I gotta go fucking live a life.